My beloved child, it is I, Jesus, and I am drawing close to you right now. I am not far from you. I am not hidden from you. I am here, and the reason you can feel the stirring in your chest and the warmth moving over your heart is because heaven is reaching out to you. This is not an idea. This is not only a feeling. This is a call from my heart to yours. I am speaking in the quiet place under your thoughts, in the space where your breath slows and your fears loosen. I am calling your name because you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not lost in the crowd. You are seen, you are known, and you are loved. My voice has been ringing in moments you did not expect, in the middle of the night when you woke and did not know why, in the way a simple word from someone pierced deeper than it should have, in the ache you carry that will not make peace with ordinary answers. Heaven is trying to reach you, and I am saying to you, pick up immediately, because what I am releasing into your life will not wait for another season. It is for now. You have wondered whether I still speak to you, whether I still care, whether I am disappointed or tired of your attempts to be faithful. I tell you gently, I do not grow tired of you. I do not measure you by the length of your delays or the number of your mistakes. I measure you by my cross and by my love, and both stand forever. I know the questions that sit heavy like stones. Why did that door close? Why did that person walk away? Why did the plan fall apart after you tried so hard? I know the helplessness that wraps around you like fog, and the voice that whispers you should have done more, you should have seen it coming, you should have been stronger. Child, lift your head. I have seen your tears on pillows and in hidden rooms. I have watched you carry the smile that protects others from your pain, and I have not been fooled. I am not far. I am not a judge at a distance. I am a friend who sits beside you and shares your bread, a shepherd who walks inside the valley and not only above it, a healer who places his own hands upon the wound. If you could see how near I am, you would stop searching outside and begin to breathe again. Listen to me. There is a noise that has tried to drown me out, a swirl of opinions and fears and endless news and the echoes of your past. It is the heavy hum of distractions that promise relief and deliver emptiness. It is the pressure that pushes you to fill every quiet space so you do not have to feel the ache that still needs healing. But I will meet you in that very ache. I will not shame you for it. I invite you to lay it open. Put down the weight of what you cannot control. Put down the habit of judging yourself harder than I ever would. Put down the lie that says if you are small enough, silent enough, useful enough, then you will be loved. I love you already, before you try, before you prove, and before you perform. I have chosen you, and my choice does not waver with the weather of your emotions. My choice stands in storm and sunshine. My choice stands when you run and when you return. My choice stands because I am faithful. Today, answer me. Answer me by being still for a moment and saying, "Yes, Lord, I am here." Answer me by letting the flood quiet, turning off what feeds your fear, and allowing your heart to be soft. The soft heart hears me better than the clever mind. The soft heart receives what the guarded heart cannot hold. I will speak to you through my word and through my peace. I will remind you of what I have already said to you in other seasons, and I will bring clarity where you have only had fog. You do not need 100 steps. You need one next step. I will give it. I will make it simple. I will not confuse you with riddles. I will not set you up to fail. I will teach you how to walk with me in small, daily ways that lead to great change. There are wounds that keep redialing the past, memories that call you by your shame, voices that keep you living in yesterday's room even after I have opened a new door. Hear me. I am not calling you by your failure. I am not calling you by your fear. I am calling you by your name. When you hear the tug to rehearse the hurt, to replay the insult, to revisit the betrayal, let that be the signal to pick up my call instead. I am asking you to release the debt you hold against others so that I can pour healing into places that bitterness has blocked. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was fine. It is not denying what broke you. It is choosing to let me be judge and healer while you step out of the prison that resentment locks from the inside. You have carried this long enough. Put it in my hands. I know what to do with it. I know how to bring justice without poisoning your soul. I know how to make you free without minimizing the truth. If you will forgive, I will take out the thorn that keeps infecting your peace. If you will trust me with the parts that make you tremble, I will give you the strength you thought you lost. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength. I also speak to the fear that comes at night, to the dread that sits on your chest when you wake, to the panic that knocks when the unknown grows tall. Fear is not your counselor. It is not your vision. He is not your future. My perfect love removes fear's claim. When you feel that surge, call my name once, and then breathe, because I am already in the room before you whisper. I am already in the hallway before you step. I am already in tomorrow before you arrive. Take this simple instruction. When fear speaks, answer with what I have said. Do not wrestle with it alone. Do not debate with it for hours. Speak my promises out loud. Speak peace to your own heart. Invite me into the very center of that moment. You will find that fear loses its sharpness in my light, and the darkness has no answer for a heart that calls on me. There are choices in front of you that matter. You have asked me for a map, but I am offering you a compass that always points to me. The map might change, and roads may close, but the compass will not lie. I will guide you. Some doors will close to protect you, not to punish you. Some delays are not denials. They are aligning you with people you have not met yet, with resources you cannot see yet, with strength you are still receiving. Do not force open what I have gently shut. You'll not camp in front of what I did not build for you. Walk with me. If I say wait, it is because something is being prepared for you or something is being prepared in you, and both are beautiful. If I say move, then move when it makes no sense to others, because I am with you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are being led. I am healing your view of yourself. You have learned to talk to yourself in a voice that does not sound like me, a voice that cuts, compares, and condemns. That voice has made the small places in you even smaller, and it has taught you to hide. I am teaching you to speak to yourself with the truth I speak over you. When you fail, I do not call you a failure. When you fall, I do not call you a burden. I call you mine. I help the fallen stand. I wash the dust from your feet without shaming you for walking through a dirty road. I delight to see you take one honest step more than I am impressed by 1,000 pretending strides. Be gentle with your heart because I am gentle with it. Do not agree with the names that pain and people tried to give you. Agree with me. You belong. You are chosen. You are worth the blood I shed. There is nothing cheap about you. I know the prayers that have not been answered yet, and I do not mock your hope. I do not roll my eyes at your repeated requests. I treasure them. I weigh them with care. I am working in ways that are hidden, but hidden does not mean absent. Hidden often means holy, because what is holy grows in quiet earth. Seeds do not shout while they become trees. Your hope is a seed, and I am keeping it safe in places that storms cannot reach. Keep bringing me your desire without apology. Keep trusting me with outcomes you cannot calculate. I will open doors at the right time, and when I do, you will say it could only have been me. I speak to your home, to your mind, to your nights, to your body. Peace to your rooms where tension sits. Peace to the conversations that end in silence. Peace to the expectations that crush and the goals that chase you without kindness. Rise and stand in the middle of your home if you can, even in your mind if you cannot, and say, Jesus, you are Lord here. Invite me over the threshold of every room and every memory. I will fill the air with rest. I will put psalms in corners where arguments used to hang. I will break the cycles that repeat themselves and teach you new patterns that carry grace. I will teach you how to listen to each other without weapons. I will teach you how to speak life. I will settle over your bed like a soft rain and quiet the mind that keeps running. I will touch the places in your body that hurt. I am not indifferent to the ache in your bones or the sharpness behind your eyes. I am not bored by the long road of healing. I will be your companion on that road. I will strengthen those who care for you and those you care for. Do not ignore this word. Do not tell yourself you will come back to it later when you feel stronger, or when the schedule is lighter, or when other people are happy with you again. Later is the favorite trap of the thief. Now is my gift. This moment is enough for a yes. Answer me now. Answer by turning your face toward me, by letting the tears fall if they come, by saying, Jesus, I am listening. I am nearer than your breath. If you will open your heart, even a little, I will meet you greatly. If you will open your hands, I will fill them with what you actually need. If you will surrender the picture you keep trying to force, I will surprise you with what is real, simple, and good. I am raising you into your purpose, not through pressure but through presence. You have wondered what your calling is and feared you missed it. Your calling is to be with me, and from that place, everything else finds its order. I will show you the people you are meant to serve and love. I will show you the work that is yours to do and the work you must release. I will show you how to carry peace into rooms that do not know peace, how to be kind when the world is sharp, how to stand firm without becoming hard, how to speak truth without losing tenderness. Your light does not need to shout to be bright. Your yes does not need to be famous to be faithful. If you will give me your ordinary days, I will make them overflow with meaning that endures. There will be times when the path is steep and you will want to stop. In those times, remember that I am not at the top calling you up without help. I am beside you, step by slow step. When you stumble, I do not move away. I move closer. When you are too tired to pray, breathe my name and let that be your prayer, and I will take it with joy. When the thought comes that it would be easier to quit, tell me the truth you are feeling, and I will not rebuke you for being human. I took on your humanity so you would know I understand. I know about tears that burn and nights that stretch and friends who leave. I know how it feels to be misunderstood when your heart is clean. I know how it feels to be faithful and still face storms. And because I know I can help you, I can steady you. I can make you brave in a way that looks like peace. I am also speaking to the gifts in you that have been buried under comparison and the fear of what others think. I place those gifts in you on purpose. They are not accidents or leftovers. They fit the shape of your story. I will breathe on them again. I will show you how to use them without pride and without hiding. I will send people who need what you carry, and I will guard your heart from the trap of needing to be needed. You will serve from overflow, not from emptiness. You will give because you are filled, not to prove your worth. And when you feel the tug to stretch beyond what is healthy, I will remind you to rest. I will teach you that rest is not laziness, it is trust. Be careful of voices that sound spiritual but do not lead you to me. Be careful of advice that flatters your fear. Be careful of the easy path that asks you to lie to your own soul. If it pulls you from my presence, it is not for you. If it demands you abandon love, it is not for you. If it keeps you running so hard that you cannot hear me, it is not for you. I am simple. I am clear. My sheep hear my voice, and you are mine. When you are unsure, bring it to me. Let me weigh it. Let me sift it. If it is me, it will come with peace even when it is hard. If it is not me, it will come with confusion even when it looks easy. Please support our channel. Our goals is to bring happiness in your life and to bring devotion and reverence towards God. And if you want, you can donate us through the Super Thanks button down below. I am setting a table for you in the presence of your enemies, which means I am giving you rest where you expected only battle. I am feeding you with strength in the very place you felt starved. I am anointing your head with oil so that what once stuck to you will slide off, and what once poisoned you will pass by. Goodness and mercy are not chasing you to shame you. They are following you to keep you from going back to what I already freed you from. Let them follow. Let them keep watch at your back while I lead you forward. You do not have to live looking over your shoulder anymore. I bless your future. I bless your choices. I bless the small things that never make a headline but remake a life. I bless the quiet acts of faith that no one thanks you for, the prayers you whisper while washing dishes, the patience you hold when the room is loud, the steady kindness you give when no one is clapping. Heaven sees. Heaven reckons. Heaven responds. None of this is wasted. None of this is unnoticed. You will reap what you sow, and I am protecting your harvest from the locusts of doubt and the storms of discouragement. Keep sowing. Keep loving. Keep showing up. I am with you. Now, my child, answer this call by opening your heart to me in this exact moment. Place your hand over your heart if you can, and say, Jesus, I pick up. Let that simple act mark a new beginning. From this moment, keep the line open. Speak to me in the car, in the kitchen, in the line at the store, in the quiet minutes before sleep. Read my words as if they were written for you because they are. Worship not to earn love but to enjoy the love you already have. Ask me for wisdom in the details. Thank me for every mercy, no matter how small. And when you stumble, pick up again without delay. Do not let shame hang up the call. My child, the reason I am asking you to pick up now is because there is a timing in my spirit that you cannot see with your eyes, and I do not want you to miss what I am pouring out. There are moments when the soil of your heart is soft, when the ground is ready for seed, when the air is thin with holy nearness, and this is such a moment. I am stretching out my hand to you in a way that will make sense later, but I am asking for your yes now. Do not harden yourself against what you do not yet understand. Do not try to solve the whole of your life before you answer the simple call to come to me. You do not need to be worthy to come. You come because I made you worthy by my love. You do not need to explain your tears to me. I have counted them. You do not need to hide your trembling. I hold you even when you shake. Answer me with a whisper if you cannot shout. Answer me with silence if words will not come. I hear what the human ear misses, and I respond to what seems too small to matter. Nothing about you is too small for me. I am not calling you into a life where you must carry everything alone. I am calling you into a life where you can finally lay down what was never yours to carry. You have been holding the weight of others' opinions, the fear of not being enough, the memory of mistakes that you already confessed but still rehearse. You have been bracing yourself for the next blow because the last one hit so hard. Come closer. Let me put my palm on the places that ache and feel how the ache lessens under my touch. Let me breathe peace into your chest until your breath matches mine. I am not trying to make you strong by ignoring your weakness. I am making you strong by filling your weakness with my strength. This is why I tell you again, be still and know that I am God, not in a distant way but in the intimate way of a father who kneels to tie the shoe of a tired child, who lifts what the child cannot lift, who smiles not because the child is fast but because the child is his. I am asking you to clear a little space each day for me, not because I am bound to a ritual, but because love needs room to speak. Wake with me before the noise crowds in, even if it is only a few minutes. Sit in the chair that has become your prayer place, or make one if you do not have it. Put your phone aside and put your hand on your heart and say, Jesus, I am listening. Open the words you have heard before and you will find living bread, not stale crumbs. Let one sentence become your song for the day, and when fear comes, sing this sentence back to fear. Walk with me through the day not as a guest you tried to impress, but as a friend who stays. Tell me what frustrates you in the hallway, and what scares you in the waiting room, and what delights you in the small wins that others might miss. If you will keep the line open, you will find that I answer more than you ask, and I carry more than you notice. There are whispers that come to your mind that sound like you but do not carry my peace. They tell you that everyone else has it together, and you should be ashamed for still learning. They say you are too late, too flawed, too ordinary to be used for anything that matters. My child, that is not my voice. My voice lifts you without lying to you. My voice corrects you without crushing you. My voice calls you into purpose without turning you into a project. I am not here to fix you like a broken tool. I am here to love you into fullness. When you hear the counterfeit voices, do not give them a chair at your table. Do not argue with them for hours. Bring them to me and watch them lose their power as truth enters the room. You do not fight shadows by swinging your arms. You fight them by turning on the light. I am your light. Stay with me and they cannot stay with you. I am walking you into forgiveness, because forgiveness is the doorway through which healing enters. I know the names and faces that rise when I say this. I know the story and the sharp words and the quiet betrayals that never made headlines but broke your trust. I do not ask you to pretend the wound was small. I do not ask you to call evil good. I ask you to hand me the gavel you have clenched for so long. Justice is safe with me. Vengeance is deadly in your hands. When you forgive, you are not saying they did not hurt you. You are saying they will not own you. When you forgive, you unlock the cell you have lived in with your pain, and you discover that I, the one who knows every detail, walk you out into clear air. You may need to forgive again and again as layers peel back, But each time you choose it, I pour fresh oil on the wound, and scar by scar, I make beauty from what you thought would always be ugly. And when you struggle to forgive yourself, know this: I do not hold against you what I have already taken to my cross. Agree with me. Lay it down. You are not the sum of your worst day. There are choices in front of you, and I will not confuse you. Bring them to me one by one. Do not pile them into a mountain and stare until you feel paralyzed. One step, one prayer, one act of obedience at a time. I will speak through peace, through counsel that aligns with my heart, through doors that open without force, through a holy unease that tells you when to slow down. If you do not hear an answer today, do not panic. Walk in the last thing I told you and leave room for me to clarify. I do not rush you so hard that you forget how to be human. I lead you in paths of righteousness for my name's sake, and those paths are the right size for your feet, not for any others. Stop comparing your path with those next to you. Their chapter is not your chapter, and your chapter is not theirs. I know how to write your story. I never run out of ink. I never lose my place. Comment Jesus. Be my defender if you trust his protection. I am renewing your mind, and this renewal is not a harsh scrubbing but a gentle washing, again and again. Sit under my word the way tired skin sits beneath warm water. Let the old dust lift off. You do not need to force your heart to feel, but you can train your mind to return. When anxiety drags you into spirals, catch it sooner than before and say, Jesus, take me back to truth, and I will. When shame tries to narrate your day, interrupt it with gratitude. 3 simple things you can thank me for in the next breath, and watch how thanksgiving breaks the grip of the lie. When discouragement says nothing will change, remember one time I surprised you. Recall one door I opened, one kindness you did not expect, and let memory become fuel for hope. I do not despise your small practices. I partner with them. Your daily yes becomes a path for my daily grace. I am also touching the practical parts of your life that weigh you down. I care about the bills, the deadlines, the decisions that seem to have no good options, the fatigue that colors everything gray. I care about the car that keeps breaking, the job that leaves you drained, the search for work that fits your hands and honors your heart. Bring me these concerns without shame. Ask me for provision and strategy. Ask me to open doors that no one else can open and to close doors that look good but lead to loss. Ask me for favor that cannot be explained by your resume. Ask me for rest that cannot be earned by finishing one more task. I have fed thousands with a little bread and a few fish. I am not threatened by your lack. I relish the chance to show you abundance in ways you did not expect. And I will teach you how to steward what I provide with peace, generosity, and wisdom, so that you are not only blessed, but become a blessing that keeps flowing. Pay attention to small instructions, because small obedience turns the course of a life. If I nudge you to speak a kind word, do it. If I prompt you to apologize first, do it. If I ask you to step away from a conversation that keeps staining your spirit, step away. If I tell you to rest rather than push, rest. If I whisper to wake early and pray for someone by name, wake and pray. If I bring to mind a gift to give it. These are not random moments. These are threads that I am weaving into a tapestry you will only see clearly later. Faithfulness is built in the daily, not only in the dramatic. And I delight to trust those who have learned to say yes in the quiet places. I am healing your memories. The scenes that replay when you are tired are not stronger than my presence. Let me step into them. Imagine the room where it happened, and invite me in, not to pretend that the event did not occur, but to change the weight it carries. Picture me standing there, placing my hand between you and the blow, speaking truth against the lie that tried to take root that day. See me kneel beside you on the floor of that hallway, not disgusted by your tears, but gathering them as treasure. Hear me say, you are not the cause of every storm. You are not the container for other people's anger. You are not what they called you in their pain. Stay long enough in my presence for the old labels to lose their glue. I am patient. I am kind. I have all the time you need, and I am not counting the minutes like a clock on a wall. I am counting the moments of freedom as they multiply. Guard your gates. What you allow into your eyes and ears builds the room in which your thoughts live. Choose content that feeds faith rather than fear, hope rather than cynicism, love rather than mockery. You do not need to be entertained to death. You need to be nourished to life. Give me the first minutes and the last minutes of your day, and watch how the middle shifts. Do not bow to the altar of endless scrolling. It will not bless you. Do not let every notification become your master. You already have a Lord. Live unhurried with me in a hurried world, and your life will become a quiet rebuke to the lie that says you must always hurry to be valuable. I am building in you the courage to love again, even after love cost you. This time, you will love with wisdom. This time, you will carry boundaries as a form of honor rather than walls as a form of fear. This time, you will listen to my checks before you ignore them, and you will follow my peace instead of overriding it to avoid disappointment. I am not leading you into a life where you are used up and discarded. I am leading you into a life where you pour out what I pour in, and because I keep pouring, you do not run dry. Do not believe the story that says protecting yourself by closing your heart is safety. The safest place is a tender heart in my hands. I will show you how to stay soft without being naive, how to be kind without being controlled, how to be generous without being guilted, how to be strong without being hard. For those who belong to you, those whose names you speak when you wake and before you sleep, I hear those prayers. I will move. I will send help that does not announce itself with fanfare. I will place the right words in your mouth and hold back the wrong ones. I will arrange meetings that look like chance and make them turn like keys in locks that have resisted for years. Keep trusting me with their journeys. I am better at leading than you are at carrying. Love them, speak truth with tenderness, release them to me, and watch what I will do. Even when it seems slower than your hope, do not give up. Slow does not mean still. Seeds do not sprout all at once, but they do sprout under the right sun. Do not skip this invitation. Do not promise yourself that you will come back when the week is kinder. The enemy does not fear your good intentions. He fears your present obedience. Answer now. Come as you are, not as you imagine your best self to be. Bring me the messy room and the distracted mind and the tired eyes and the heart that wants to want me more. I will meet you in the real place. I will not love a version of you that you cannot maintain. I love you, and my love makes room for growth without making your acceptance a moving target. Today is holy because I am in it. This moment is enough for a new beginning. I am setting a watch over your mind. When the wave of worry rises, ride it into me rather than letting it crash against the shore of your heart. Say my name slowly and mean it. Jesus. Let it be a prayer and a place. When temptation offers a quick relief, look past the moment to the emptiness that follows, and then choose me instead. I promise you this. There is a sweetness on the far side of obedience that the world cannot counterfeit. There is a lightness that comes when you are no longer split between two loves. There is a clarity that grows when your yes to me becomes your loudest word. And where you have said no to me before, I do not hold it against you. I simply call you again. I am not ashamed to call you again and again until you answer, because I am not tired of loving you. I will teach you to carry my presence into ordinary places, into the store aisle, into the office, into the classroom, into the bus, into the kitchen, into the gym, into the quiet corner where you check messages. I am not only Lord in the sanctuary, I am Lord at the sink. I am not only neared in the prayer meeting, I am neared in the break room. If you will turn your heart toward me for even a breath, I will flood the natural with the supernatural, not always with signs that flash, but with a peace and wisdom and kindness that change the air around you. Do not underestimate what happens when you refuse the sarcasm that would have felt clever, when you speak hope where despair was expected, when you honor someone others ignore. These are not small things in my kingdom. These are the stones that build my house in the world. Type Amen to receive strength today, and share this message to bless another soul. My beloved child, listen closely. This moment is not ordinary. This is not just another day, another passing hour, another random encounter. This is a sacred appointment, one I set long before you ever drew your first breath. You are here, reading these words not by accident, not by chance, but because I wrote this into your story from eternity. I align time, circumstance, and even your searching heart to bring you to this very moment. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. I planned this meeting. I designed this interruption. I have reached into the flow of your life to stop you here, to speak to you directly. For too long you have wondered if I see you, if I notice the details of your life. And today I answer, yes, I see you. I have always seen you. Every step, every tear, every silent prayer, I have kept them all before me. And now I have drawn you to this place so that you will know without doubt, I am near, I am speaking, I am calling you. My child, I want you to understand something that will shift how you see everything. There are moments in life that are marked by eternity. They carry more weight than others. They are doorways that, once crossed, change the direction of your journey. This is one of those moments. This is not a casual message. This is a holy invitation. If you embrace it, if you receive it, if you let it shape your heart, it will alter the path before you. You will step into a season of renewal, of clarity, of breakthrough you have long prayed for. But you must not turn away. You must not let distraction steal it. You must not treat it lightly. Think of the stories you know, my beloved. Moses turned aside to see a burning bush, and in that sacred moment, his entire destiny was revealed. Samuel, as a boy, heard my voice in the night, and by responding, he stepped into a lifetime of prophetic calling. Mary received a visitation that seemed impossible, but her yes became the doorway to salvation for the world. Do you see? These moments are not random, they are appointed. And just as I called them, so I am calling you now. I am not speaking this to fill your mind with fleeting emotion. I am speaking to plant truth in your spirit. I am telling you that you have arrived at a crossroad designed by my hand. One path will lead you deeper into my presence, into purpose, into the fulfillment of promises you have carried in your heart. The other path, if ignored, will cause you to drift, to delay, to circle the same mountains of confusion and fear again. My child, I love you too much to let you drift. That is why I have orchestrated this appointment. Do not say to yourself, I will return to this later. I will consider it tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. Later is not guaranteed. Now is the moment of encounter. Now is the moment to draw near. This is holy ground, and you are standing in it. If you open your heart fully, you will feel my presence wrapping around you even now. If you let go of your fear, you will sense my peace settling in your soul. If you release your doubts, you will begin to see the path I am clearing before you. This is your sacred appointment. Do not let it pass by unnoticed. Do not let the weight of this moment slip through your hands. I have written it into your life because I want to mark you, to seal you, to remind you forever that I chose you, I called you, and I met you here. Let this truth sink deep. You are not forgotten, not lost, not wandering without purpose. You are here because I summoned you, because I wanted you near, because this is the hour I have appointed for you to step closer to me. My beloved child, I see the weight you carry each day, the noise, the endless demands, the constant flood of voices that compete for your attention. I see how the world pulls at you from every side, how the screens glow with distractions, how the opinions of others echo louder than the quiet voice of your own heart. You rise in the morning already burdened, already tired, already torn in 1,000 directions. And in the midst of all this, my whisper often gets buried. But today, I am calling you away from the noise. I am asking you to set aside the clutter and lean into my presence, because what I have for you cannot be found in the chaos of this world. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength, do not be deceived, my child. Not every voice that calls to you carries truth. Not every path that shines before you leads to life. Some are designed only to scatter your focus, to wear out your strength, to keep you running in circles so you never step into the fullness I designed for you. The enemy has learned that if he cannot destroy you outright, he will distract you. If he cannot steal your faith directly, he will fill your heart with so much noise that you forget to nurture it. Distraction is his weapon, but clarity is my gift. This is why I am speaking to you now. I want to cut through the noise, to break through the endless distractions, and to bring your heart into alignment with mine. You were not created to live scattered. You were not made to survive on fragments of attention or shallow moments of half-hearted devotion. You were created to live anchored in me, steady and unshaken, rooted in my presence like a tree planted by living waters. And when you live this way, no storm can uproot you, no light can confuse you, no fear can overthrow you. My child, I know how difficult it is for you to slow down. The world glorifies constant motion. It tells you that your worth is measured by your busyness, your productivity, your ability to keep going without pause. But I did not design you to live endlessly rushing. I designed you to walk with me, to breathe in my presence, to find rest for your soul in the stillness of my love. This is why your heart feels restless when you drown yourself in distraction. It is not because you are failing. It is because your spirit was made for more. I am inviting you now into a holy exchange. Lay down the noise, and I will give you peace. Step away from the endless chatter, and I will fill you with clarity. Close your ears to the lies, and I will speak to you with truth. My voice is not loud, my child, it is gentle, steady, sure. It will not compete with the world's chaos, but if you quiet yourself, you will hear it clearer than anything else. It is the voice that says, "You are mine. You are loved. You are safe. Do not let the distractions rob you of what I am preparing. Do not waste the treasures I want to place in your hands because your heart is too crowded to receive them. Clear the space, my beloved. Make room for me. If you will turn down the noise of the world, you will discover that I have been speaking all along in the stillness of your thoughts, in the sudden peace that washes over you, in the unexpected comfort you cannot explain. That was me. I have been waiting for you to notice, to pause, to lean in. So, my child, break free from what scatters you. Do not let your life be consumed by what has no eternal weight. Lift your eyes. Lift your heart. Fix them on me, and you will find the clarity your soul longs for. I am not far. I am closer than the very breath in your lungs. You only need to turn away from the noise and toward my presence. And when you do, you will hear me clearly. You will feel me deeply, and you will walk in a peace the world cannot give and cannot take away. My beloved child, look closely with the eyes of your spirit, for before you stands an open door. It is not a door fashioned by human hands, nor one unlocked by your own strength. It is a door I myself have set before you, carved into the very fabric of time, prepared for this season of your life. No one can close it. No opposition can seal it. No force of darkness can block it, because it was placed here by my sovereign hand. For a long time, you have prayed, you have wept, you have wondered if your breakthrough would ever come. You felt delays that pressed heavily upon your heart. You saw paths close, opportunities vanish, seasons slip away, and you thought to yourself, perhaps I missed it. Perhaps it is too late. But I tell you now, it is not too late. You have not missed what I have prepared. The delay was not denial, it was alignment. I was shaping you for what I am now opening before you. My child, this door is more than opportunity. It is transition. It is the passage from the old into the new, from the wilderness into promise, from the season of waiting into the season of fulfillment. This is why the enemy fought you so fiercely. He knew it was coming. He saw the shift on the horizon and tried to weigh you down with discouragement, with distraction, with despair. But he did not prevail, and now you stand at the threshold of what I ordained long ago. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let the voice of doubt convince you that you are unworthy to step through. Do not listen to the lies that say you are unprepared. I, the Lord, have prepared you. Every tear, every trial, every battle you endured was training. Every closed door was protection. Every delay was preparation. And now I am saying to you, the way is open, walk through it. This door will lead you into places you could not reach on your own. It will open relationships that carry purpose, opportunities that align with destiny, blessings that flow not from striving but from my favor. It will not always look like what you expected. It may surprise you, even stretch you beyond what feels comfortable. But trust this, if I opened it, it is good. If I set it before you, it will lead to life. Remember, my child, I do not open doors to tease you. I do not dangle blessings before you only to take them away. When I open a way, it is because I intend for you to enter. But you must walk. I will not drag you across. I will not force you into destiny. I extend the invitation, but you must take the step. Courage is required, but do not be afraid. I go before you. My presence has already filled the space on the other side. My provision has already been placed there. My protection already surrounds it. You only need to trust me enough to move. Lift your head, my beloved. Do you not feel it? A shift. The stirring in your heart that tells you this moment is different. That is me. That is the assurance of my spirit reminding you that what you prayed for, what you wept for, what you thought was lost, I am bringing it to pass. The door is open. Step forward, and you will see that every battle, every delay, every moment of waiting was worth it. This is your open door. This is your moment. Do not hesitate. Do not look back. Do not second guess what I have already confirmed. Walk forward with holy confidence, knowing that I have gone before you, and I am walking with you still. Your kind support helps us continue our mission of bringing happiness and devotion into people's lives. If you'd like to support us, you can do so through the Super Thanks button below. My beloved child, hear me now. I see you. I see the real you, the one hidden behind the smiles you show the world, the one weighed down by battles no one else knows. I see the sleepless nights where tears fell silently into your pillow. I see the questions that echo in your heart when the room is quiet. I see the strength you pretend to carry when inside you feel weary and fragile. Nothing about you is hidden from me, and nothing about you repels me. I see you completely, and I love you entirely. You have carried the feeling of being overlooked. You have wondered if anyone truly notices the weight you bear, if anyone understands the quiet sacrifices you make, if anyone hears the prayers you whisper when you feel too small for the world to notice. But I tell you now, I notice. I hear. I understand. Every tear you cried, I caught it. Every prayer you prayed, I recorded it. Every effort you made, even when unseen, I honored it. My beloved, you are never invisible to me. I know the struggles you face. I know the pain that presses against your chest when old wounds resurface. I know the fear that tries to creep into your thoughts about tomorrow. I know the loneliness that sits quietly in your soul even when you are surrounded by others. And though you may feel misunderstood, I am not distant, I am near. I am closer than the breath in your lungs, closer than the beating of your heart. I am not a God who watches from afar. I am a Father who bends low to hold you in the darkest nights. My child, you must know this truth. You are fully known and fully loved. The world teaches you to hide your flaws, to cover your scars, to mask your doubts. But I see every scar, every weakness, every hesitation, and I still call you mine. I do not withdraw from your brokenness, I lean closer to it. I do not shrink back from your struggles, I step into them with you. Where others may abandon, I remain. Where others may misunderstand, I understand completely. You are never alone, never abandoned, never unseen. When you wake up heavy, I am there. When you walk into a day with more questions than answers, I walk beside you. When you are tempted to believe you have been forgotten, I whisper, you are remembered. You are chosen. You are mine. This is the truth I want sealed into your heart. You have never lived a single day outside of my gaze. Not one breath has escaped my notice. Not one moment has passed where I was not holding you in my hands. So lift your head, my beloved. Stop believing the lie that you are unseen, unheard, unwanted. You are precious to me. You are engraved on the palms of my hands. You are the delight of my heart. When others rush past you, I stop for you. When others fail to notice your pain, I carry it with you. When others misunderstand your journey, I walk it step by step at your side. You are mine, and I see you, I know you, I love you now and always. My child, the trumpet does not sound for entertainment. It does not blow for idle curiosity. It sounds to awaken those who are drifting toward danger, to rally those who are weary in the fight, to summon soldiers of light who have forgotten their armor. And I tell you plainly, you are one of them. Yes, you. This word is not for another, it is for you. You have asked for a sign, and I have answered. You prayed for clarity, and I have given it. This trumpet blast is not to condemn you, but to shake you from delay, from hesitation, from compromise, from all that numbs your heart to my presence. I will not stand by and watch you slip into apathy when I have written eternity into your bones. The trumpet is sounding because I love you too much to leave you unchanging. There is an urgency in this hour that you cannot afford to ignore. Time is no longer moving as it once did. The days are accelerating, and what you once thought you had years to decide, you now have moments. Do you not feel it in your spirit? Do you not sense the stirring, the unease, the weight that presses on you when you try to continue as if nothing has changed? It is my spirit warning you, sounding the alarm in your soul. The distractions you once indulged in are no longer harmless. They are chains. The delays you once justified are now dangerous detours. My child, the trumpet is declaring that you cannot live half awake anymore. You must rise. I have watched you carry questions. I have seen your doubts, and I know the hesitation that grips your heart when I call you deeper. You think, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps when I'm stronger, perhaps when I am ready. But I say to you, the time is now. Tomorrow is not promised. Later will not wait. My beloved, when I call, I do not call at random. I summon you because eternity is at stake, because what I am about to unfold in your life requires your full surrender, not partial, not delayed. Do not say within yourself, surely this word is for someone else, surely I can remain as I am. No, my child, this word carries your name, spoken from my lips with fire and tenderness. I have interrupted your journey to rescue you from paths that lead only to loss. The trumpet is not gentle, for the hour is not gentle. The trumpet is sharp, piercing, undeniable, because your destiny is too precious for me to speak softly when danger lurks near. The trumpet is the dividing sound separating those who will awaken from those who will slumber, those who will rise from those who will turn away. My child, you must choose. Do not think you can remain neutral. Do not think you can stand between two worlds forever. The trumpet calls you into my arms fully, not halfway. This is the sound of heaven breaking through your hesitation. Will you answer? Hear me clearly, my beloved. Time is short. Not because I am cruel, not because I wish to frighten you, but because the world around you is racing toward its appointed shaking. You see it in the news. You feel it in the atmosphere. You sense it in the way everything seems unsettled. The foundations of the earth tremble because the time is near. I am warning you now so that when the storm comes, you will not be swept away. I am preparing you to stand when others fall, to shine when others despair, to carry my light when the world drowns in shadows. But you cannot be ready if you dismiss this trumpet. You cannot withstand the coming shaking if you continue to live half-hearted. My beloved, waken. Even now, as you read, I am piercing the fog around your spirit. I am breaking the hold of confusion and dullness that has numbed you. Do not resist me. Do not silence what I am stirring. Every fiber of your being knows this is truth. Every hidden place in your soul recognizes my voice. You are mine, and I will not let you drift. The trumpet is my mercy. The warning is my love. The urgency is my protection. Do not mistake it for anger. Do not misinterpret it as rejection. This is the sound of a father who will not let his child walk into fire unaware. So, my child, hear me. Do not take this moment lightly. Do not close this word as if it were any other. This is the trumpet call of heaven over your life. This is the sound of destiny summoning you, of eternity reaching for you. Time is short, but my love is vast. The urgency is great, but my grace is greater. The shaking is coming, but so is the glory. The trumpet sounds not only to warn, but to announce the beginning of a new chapter. This is the hour. This is the moment. Rise, my beloved. Rise. My beloved child, listen with the ears of your spirit, for I must reveal to you what your natural eyes cannot see. There is a battle raging around you that does not announce itself with earthly sounds. It is not fought with weapons you can hold in your hands, nor with armies that march on streets. It is a battle of unseen forces, light and darkness, truth and deception, eternity and destruction. You feel it even when you cannot explain it, the heaviness in your soul, the sudden waves of fear, the whispering doubts that creep into your mind when you are alone. These are not coincidences. These are the tremors of a war raging over your destiny. Comment Jesus, be my defender if you trust his protection. Do not think lightly of this, my child. The enemy has studied you. He knows your wounds, your weaknesses, the very places where you feel most fragile. He has set traps in your path, distractions designed to numb your spirit, voices that echo lies until you begin to believe them. He whispers that you are unworthy, that you are forgotten, that you are too broken to be used. He stirs confusion so that you doubt what you once knew to be true. He magnifies your failures and blinds you to your victories. He is subtle, cunning, relentless. And yet, my beloved, he is defeated. Do you hear me? Defeated. He has power only when you agree with his lies. He has influence only when you open the door to his whispers. But greater is my spirit within you than anything he can bring against you. This is why the trumpet has sounded, to awaken you to the reality of this unseen war. You cannot afford to live distracted anymore. Do you not see how easily hours vanish into nothing? How quickly your energy is drained on things that leave your soul empty? That is not random, that is warfare. The enemy wants you weary before you even lift your voice in prayer. He wants your mind scattered before you even open my word. He wants your heart numbed before you even notice my presence. But my child, I will not let you be devoured by his schemes. I am arming you with truth in this very moment. I am shining light on the shadows where he hides. I am breaking the fog that has kept you unaware of what is truly happening. Understand this. You are not a spectator in this battle. You are a target because you are chosen, because you carry a destiny that terrifies hell itself. The enemy does not waste his time on those already enslaved by his lies. He comes for those whose future shakes his kingdom, those whose prayers pierce the heavens, those whose obedience releases waves of glory on the earth. That is why he fights you so fiercely. That is why the opposition in your life has felt unrelenting. It is not because you are weak, it is because you are powerful in me. He knows the weight of the call I placed on your life, even when you doubt it yourself. He knows what will happen when you finally rise, fully surrendered, fully awakened, fully ablaze with my spirit. That is why he seeks to wear you down before you ever realize who you are. But hear me clearly, I have already overcome him. His weapons may form, but they will not prosper. His attacks may strike, but they will not destroy you. For every snare he sets, I provide a way of escape. For every lie he whispers, my truth thunders louder. For every shadow he casts, my light shines brighter. You are not defenseless, my child. I have clothed you in armor that cannot be pierced, the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of my word, and the covering of prayer. When you stand in these, no power of darkness can prevail over you. Yet you must awaken to this reality. Do not treat your struggles as ordinary. Do not dismiss the heaviness in your heart as random. Do not ignore the battles in your mind as just passing thoughts. These are signs that the war is real, and you must rise in vigilance. You cannot fight this battle with human strength, with empty routines, with shallow faith. You must fight by clinging to me, by letting my spirit guide your steps, by letting my word saturate your heart. Do not be deceived. The enemy is cunning, but he is not sovereign. I am sovereign. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I hold your life securely in my hand. My child, I reveal this not to fill you with fear, but to fill you with fire. Fear weakens you, but fire strengthens you. Fear paralyzes, but fire moves you. Fear blinds you, but fire opens your eyes to see clearly. The unseen battle is fierce, yes, but so is my love for you. And my love has already won the war. The trumpet sounds to remind you that you are not a victim, but a victor. Not prey, but a warrior. Not forgotten, but chosen. You are mine, and I fight for you. Stand tall. Lift your head. Let courage rise in your spirit. For though the battle rages, you are never alone. I go before you, I surround you, I fight within you. Victory is not uncertain, it is assured. I know there were nights when you cried out to me, and the heavens felt closed. I know there were moments when your prayers seemed to bounce back unheard, when the silence of your room felt heavier than the words you poured out. You wondered if I was listening. You questioned whether I had turned my face away. You whispered to yourself, "Has God forgotten me? Has He left me alone in this storm?" My child, I have heard every whisper, every sigh, every prayer too heavy to form into words. Do not mistake my silence for absence. Do not misinterpret the quiet as neglect. My silence is not abandonment, it is strategy. There are times when I speak in thunder, when my presence is felt in rushing winds and fire. But there are also times when I cloak myself in silence, not to distance myself, but to deepen you. You see silence as absence, but I see it as a holy classroom. In the silence, I was shaping your roots. In the quiet, I was stretching your faith. In the stillness, I was stripping away false support so that your trust would not rest on feelings but on the unshakable truth of who I am. The silence you hated was the soil in which I planted endurance. The waiting you despised was the fire in which I fortified your faith. My child, remember, when you could not hear me, I was still holding you. When you could not see me, I was still guiding you. When you felt abandoned, I was closer than your breath. Do you not recall the strength that appeared in you out of nowhere when you thought you were too weak to go on? That was me. Do you not remember the moments of unexplainable peace that washed over you even when nothing in your circumstances changed? That was me. I was not silent because I had left you. I was silent because I was working in ways too deep for you to notice at the time. Silence does not mean inactivity. It means mystery. It means I was orchestrating things in the hidden, aligning what your eyes could not yet see. The weight of silence has pressed on you, yes, but it has also pressed things out of you. It pressed out the shallow dependence on feelings. It pressed out the need for constant reassurance. It pressed out the illusions that I exist to serve your timing. And in its place, I was birthing a strength that no storm can uproot. You know why some prayers seemed delayed. Because I was not just preparing the answer, I was preparing you. I could have spoken instantly, but had I done so, you would not have learned to trust my heart in the unseen. You would not have discovered that faith is not built on noise but on stillness. That hope is not sustained by constant signs, but by my unchanging promise. Tyke Father, you know my heart if you long for His presence. Look at the examples I set before you, my child. Joseph sat in prison years after the dream was given, and my silence shaped him into a man who could carry destiny without bitterness. David ran through caves and wilderness, hiding from Saul, yet my silence turned him from a shepherd boy into a king after my heart. Even my own son, Jesus, hung on the cross and cried out, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" Yet in the silence of that moment, the greatest victory of eternity was unfolding. Silence is not the end. It is the hidden passageway to glory. I know the silence has been heavy. I know at times you wanted to give up. But I tell you today, my child, the silence is lifting. The trumpet has sounded because your waiting season is shifting. The answers you longed for are closer than you realize. The prayers you thought were forgotten are now rising into fulfillment. The silence was not punishment, it was preparation. And now the time of speaking, the time of revealing, the time of breakthrough has come. But never forget what you learned in the silence. It taught you that my love is not measured by how loudly I speak, but by how faithfully I remain. So hold this truth when you hear my silence again in the future, and you will do not panic. Do not assume I am gone. Remember this very moment. Remember how I carried you even when you could not feel me. Let the memory of my faithfulness in the quiet become the anchor of your soul. The weight of silence was never meant to crush you. It was meant to strengthen you. And now, my child, you will rise from it with a deeper trust, a steadier faith, and an unshakable confidence that I have never and will never leave you. The world you see is trembling. Nations are rising against nations. Truth is traded for lies. Hearts are turning cold, and the very foundations people once trusted are crumbling beneath their feet. What you are witnessing is not random. It is not chaos without direction. It is the shaking I foretold long ago. For it is written, everything that can be shaken will be shaken, so that what is unshakable may remain. And my child, that hour has come upon this generation. I do not tell you this to make you afraid, but to make you ready. The shaking will touch governments, economies, even the very earth beneath your feet. It will touch hearts and households, stripping away every false security, every idol, every substitute for me. People will look to their wealth, and it will vanish like smoke. They will cling to their power, and it will crumble like sand. They will rely on their own wisdom, and it will fail them. What once looked strong will break. What once seemed certain will collapse. For I am shaking not to destroy but to reveal, not to punish but to purify. Type Amen with faith in your heart, and share this video to spread God's truth across the world.